once, not the last 60 days, not the last 30 days. And that's crazy. Swapping it up when he's such a successful race, it's a change. But what does Boaster have in his back pocket? What kind of game plan will he bring to the table? We're gonna find out.
It's gonna be interesting to watch because we cannot really use any other examples of the games that I had in the past when it comes to like whatever strategy they had, right? Everything is just flipped on the head. The Viper wall set up on B right now just cuts off the boat. So there's not an easy access to it, but just Dirk just goes in, gets the first blood. He has 23% of that. So in general, not a really big surprise. Gets a little bit space on CT, gets another kill on Scythe, and the Cypher traps are gone. There's the utility gone as well. 5 versus 3 right now, and Guild is gonna have a hard time.
That's Dirk for you. There you go. By the way, guys, I got B site. You want to come over? It's just free. and Boast is like, are you sure? Can I come over? Are you 100% safe? Yeah. Just come in. It takes his time.
Safe was that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, safe's out, and that makes it all less safe for Guild. But the retake will be near impossible. What near impossible, and you see, those are 2 words which pretty much come together very often. Both of those mean nothing to him. He's making the impossible possible. He's the man who's turning everything around, and so that Swedish duo would have a very good chance of approaching that B side and leaving it with success. But now it's time to find frags. Leo is swerving around, but won't find a thing. It will take a lot of time to find Magnum, but he strikes. Yasin is the only one left. Finds the first, strikes again. It's nobody else than Cypher, but that's it. First one on FNATIC, and well, Durke, thank you very much for opening.
Yeah, Durke opened it up like whatever, man. He just went with confidence. The Viper wall allowed him to not really care about his left side, and then he caught off guard Bonkar. Sorry, Boaster. Was it a Boaster? No. That was Draken. Sorry. That was Draken on CT when no one was expecting someone to peek from the garage in that moment, and that opened up the entire round. So Durke just showing how important the first bloods are, especially in pistol rounds. When someone is not expecting a peek like that, it's quite insane. But now you can see FNATIC just pushing in as a free man on A lobby. They wanted to take a chance of getting maybe a first blood in this case. Now, one player was spotted, and I thought that we are gonna see Scythe just take that corner and maybe bait for being baited by his teammates. But that didn't happen. Now he's just on 1 HP, getting healed to 61 by Leo.
Take flight.
Boaster is going to get that information. Surely Yasin is now on the radar, and they will definitely, that's so crazy, try to push it back and again. Those pistols should not get any free room. Don't let them roam around. And this is exactly what they're doing. The somewhat intimidated Guild considers A short to be the next position to push, but it doesn't matter. This is not changing anything up. 1 cage, and that means the route to B side is open. As Bonkar just steps in, he has been hurt. And you know, he had a moment where he was concealed for a second. Nobody had a single clue where he is, and things are turning around. No real chance, and so it seems like Bonkar trying to make anything work. I mean, he moves around, he definitely wants Boaster, but that retake should be done and dusted.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Like, we have 5v5 retake, but how do you even progress from this situation? You just need to push at once, right? And just try to get exit kills. Maybe they just want to not even push, they just want the opponents to come out of the side, and this is gonna happen. Guild is just holding and just try to get as many kills as possible. They slow them down, so they die to the spike. This is how they ruin the economy without even getting kills.
Really good. A very strong approach. Guild is using everything possible.
Yeah, this was actually well played.
Money. Yeah, this is well played. Exactly. They get killed again for the additional money. And there you see the men are rich. Can pretty much get everything they want except an operator. Whilst FNATIC have to use all their savings right now.
And I was just wondering, like, I see 5 players here, 5 players there, right? And how do you approach a retake with just such an inferior equipment? And when I was wondering that was actually the realization that came, like, oh, okay, so we have no chance. So we just take the whatever we can. In this case, we slow them down. They can't go out of the range of the spike. And then we die to the spike even when we lose the round. It's a big economical win for Guild. And that sets up the tone for the round 3, because now it's not a bonus round anymore. And FNATIC has to play rifles, and Durka is on his Sheriff, but there's a reason for it, because he just picked up the orb, and now his Bladestone is available. So basically they have 5 rifles available, or even one, a very, very scary one that has no recoil.
That was so good. Boaster was absolutely denying it, and there it goes. Draken is feeling the blade tomorrow morning for sure, beheading him immediately. The Swede is out, and so the Dragon can't roar anymore. Brings him down to 4. 60 seconds left on the clock. In a matter of time, also Yassine falls. Doma chimes in, and FNATIC are on the hunt for further. As the A side is fairly free, they make a move. Spike's going down, and that retake seems to be once more near impossible. They might have diminished the economy of FNATIC, but not their capability to grab a site that easy.
And even if everything fails, then we have Mystic. With 2 snake bites available, he's standing on the post plant lineup position. In the meantime, Safe gets Durka. It's not really a big win, since Durka only had a Sheriff, so there was basically no risk in losing any economy. So FNATIC doesn't really care about that. They just try to get a kill, but Doma peeks with a Vandal, gets his position now known, and gets banned from the smoke base with the highest price for that. But basically, this is a safe for Guild. They need to make the best out of this round. Maybe they'll get some kills on the exit, but they probably wouldn't like to risk it of losing. You know, they don't want to lose those rifles.
Yep.
And the next round is going to be still a very tough task ahead of them, because look at the economy right now. 2.9 on both Draken and Leo. They can buy a rifle, but without any kind of utility backup and no shields. So they opt in for the Sheriffs. So everyone apart from Safe has enough cash to buy a rifle and an armor, a small shield, I'm gonna assume, in most cases, for the next round. While FNATIC has been building economy for quite some time now. And you can see Durka will have enough cash for an operator next round, but let's take a look on mid, because Durka's again taking very aggressive stance. He's already on Pizza, has his dash available, gets the info on one player, pushes through the smoke.
And one of his teammates actually destroyed it, and the unlucky timing of Draken. It strikes. You hate to see it. Leo, though, knows how to eliminate that lethal jet. But it doesn't change that there is no possibility for revive. Leo might try to take a bit more room, and yes, the wall is putting him in a better spot. But that's what you get. The counters here. Magnum's eliminating him. And look at that, Lofar. Look at how much room Safe has gained over on A. This is a clear sign for what FNATIC is coming up next.
Oh my god, 4 HP. Can't really do much in this situation. And Leo with the second kill of the round. But in the meantime, B is completely open. You can see the setup. Toxic Cloud already limiting any kind of pushes from CT. No one wants to go through that.
30 seconds left.
You can't really push this. You know, you're gonna have like what, 30 HP after you go out. If you have to go fully through the Toxic Cloud. Market is closed. Safe has to go through the city, but now the info is there. Okay, there's a Toxic Cloud. What do? We don't know how much fuel is there. We're gonna lose like 10 seconds right now. Sure. The call is probably to save, and that's about it.
Not only that, I'm somewhat certain that Guild is aware that there is no snake bite dropped yet by Mystic. He was the first. He just does it as a precaution, you know? He didn't need to. Nobody's approaching. They didn't hear a step in a while. But they'll just exit. And hopefully for them this time, they'll save a bit more money. Leo lets them pass. As he was swinging there the entire time, he can't do much about it. Both weapons on the side of Guild are being saved. The utility is looking good, or more likely the ult on Yassine is existent. But it's a 4-0 start, Lofar. And it is FNATIC sending in their best man, Durka again and again, opening up a lot of room, causing distraction, causing early disturbance. And this is something I like to see from such a jet with that high caliber skill.
Yeah, I mean, there's just confidence oozing right now from FNATIC. Durka just goes in without a care in the world. Like, he knows that his teammates are right behind him. Even if he gets, you know, killed while he's trying to get space for his team, there's a trade ready for that. So remember, they also play with no Sage. He will have no revive. So he plays for his teammates in a way that he just opens up space with his own life. But he still gets the first blood, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh, Yasin just went out with Showstopper without any kind of sign of any opponents. That was a big gamble and didn't pay off, while Leo gets a double kill on A short.
Yeah, Leo capitalize on it, but Magnum still arrive. And as he roams around, he's bringing down the first. Drake can eliminate it. And there's the one way. Yasin has a better angle. And look what kind of room they have already taken. It is Safe who knows how to proactively deny space. And as he delivers that, the spike could still come through market. It could still be possible. They know about the tripwire. You see right there, the pings on the map. They are aware. Boaster's thinking like, how do I deny that? There it goes. Click. And it's gone. But Magnum gotta make a change.
Ooh, the
if he
timing.
doesn't check Leo in time,
Enemy remaining.
it ain't be working. That one should be done and dusted, except Boaster has something to say with 39 points of health.
30
Well, for
seconds
him,
left.
it's worth trying to get more kills, get the plant, get the orb, get the cash for this team. They still have a lot of economy in their bank. So damaging Guild is a priority right now because we know that, you know, they're on a 4-round lose streak. They already lost 2 players in this round. So getting even one more kill is worth it.
10 seconds left.
Even with the cost of your own equipment here.
Yep, steps loudly and is out. Before time. Seems to be the only thing that matters. Understandable move. And Leo now has the revive. This allows Guild to take a few more risks. To open up a bit more room. And I think the ult of Yasin was actually more in the way of denying any room of FNATIC in front of the gates of A. It seemed like they gained information previously. It didn't pay off with getting a frag, but it denied them to go close anytime soon to A long. Problem about it was obviously Lofar. They came over short. They had that room in mid and capitalized off it.
And the thing is that now they know that every single round, Guild is setting up a trap on market. I feel like that should be a priority, to just spam it through top mid. You can destroy the trap and deny the map control for Guild instantly, basically, right? But right now it's not being destroyed. There's the Boaster Hunter's Fury. Oh, yes, he just jumped straight into it. Oh, that's unlucky, man. On the other side of the map,
no way.
Magnum opens up the entire B side, and now they have the plant easily ready. The side is just waiting for the spike.
Not only that, Doma was using his ult a little earlier to clear out Boathouse. This means that the entire site is property of FNATIC. And, well, the guards are standing, preparing for any attack. Dirk is hoping to get a bit more attention. Yep, and Boaster is then finalizing it. Draken can try his best, 1 away from his ult. And as we know, Hunter's Fury is one hell of a thing. But the exit frags... surely that would be beneficial to Guild. Denying big growth of economy. This is what matters. This is something that could play a crucial role. And here he starts. Mystic is out. The drone is finding him part, and that's the dart. But I can't imagine that they'll go for many more fights. At this point, they can't. They just await him to peek. They just await him to go out. And here's the firing squad. Brilliant stuff. He couldn't move for B because there was the explosion coming from. So where do I run to? Obviously back to spawn. But no chance. They were ready.
You know, it's, what I very much like about FNATIC's plan right now is that they have 2 different post-plant setups, depending on the site. On A side, Mystic will try to go for the post-plant, if it's of course being allowed by the numbers of the team, because if they have an inferior number of teammates towards the retake, they have to play side control. Otherwise, they're gonna play for the post-plant. But on B, Viper stays on side, which is a good choice because there are choke points there. And you can deny the retake by setting up the snake bites there. But let's just focus again. There's a fast opening on the B. Durka goes in. Ah, the knives. Oh, he misses on the second kill.
Unusual for Durka, but here it goes. Still, you might have placed the blast pack down there, but it doesn't change the matter of fact that Doma is capable of aiming quite well. Guild must admit defeat, or that at least what it seems like, but I'm gonna take that back. Here's still a Hunter's Fury, and Draken is gonna use it wisely. As Doma's out, Bosa still strikes. The British IGL brings them back in a good spot. You don't want to lose to an anti-eco. You don't want to fall when those sheriffs are in the hands of your opponent. As once more the arrow, it's just millimeters too far away. but they hear the steps. All of those players back on the side are aware what's coming towards them, that either the exit frags are going to become a problem, or alternatively, that they might just even get pushed. And Draken wants that. Goes for the fight. Fails, though, against Mystic. And Safe is the last man standing, but there you can thank Boaster. Great stuff, and this keeps the majority alive, and also keeps the majority of the economy standing strong.
Yeah, very good open. I mean, remember, this was the round where Guild was playing low buy, so Sheriffs, I think there was an odd Spectre, if I'm not mistaken, but anyway, they had inferior equipment. So it was a tough round to begin with, but Derek just opens up the entire side. There's a follow-up by Doma. His death is not in vain. So basically they get this side again. And this is something that we see over and over in this so far in those 7 rounds. Now let's see on the 8th, the plan is Viper Wall on A, cuts off the doorway and the Heaven at the same time, while if they're gonna execute on A, Omen we're gonna smoke on Heaven, so everything is covered. They have the entire site to take, while Heaven and the doorway is being taken care of. When it comes to mid, the trap is now being destroyed. As you can see, they spammed it from top mid. This is something I mentioned 2 rounds ago, and it's very important. And they made sure that other traps are also being destroyed if they were being repositioned with the shock dart and the spams. So this is what now Guild is lacking. They are no longer in control of Pizza. They are no longer in control of market. They have no idea if something happened there. And that allows FNATIC to just lurk around, take their time, because Guild is uncertain of what has happened and they need to rotate.
This is the thing. Guild need to rotate, especially as right now we saw that the screen from Mystic has been put up. So there is no information towards A shown. Guild has no clue what's coming at them from that position, and there comes one man. Dirk has to check his right side, but not for long. Immediately eliminated. Doma cannot check Pizza, which then leads to Draken finding him. But Magnum is on it. That B side only guarded by Safe, as Draken will try, but gets taken out. Magnum is on a hunt, and they will surely go for more. Safe has to be eliminated. The triple on Cypher is there. And Magnum strikes. Boaster is patient. He can't capitalize only on one. Unlucky timing for him. It was so close to getting more, but the re-rive is here. They know about the player dying. And Bonkard back in spawn has the Cosmic Divide, an opportunity to make that retake work, as though Mystic still has Snakebite, which makes it all bit more problematic. Not that easy at all, but they will try. They will dare. They make the move, and they hear the Snakebite is nearby. So once more, when you come down to that low HP and you then want to move for the Toxic, not that easy. It should be done. It should be dusted. Mystic has to swap weapons, and that's working.
I think he missed on the second Snakebite, if I'm not mistaken. Because the first Snakebite was perfect. It was set up exactly with the Toxin Cloud, which did cost 8 seconds for Guild to retake that one, right? And the second one happened, but it was in front of stairs and not on the Toxin Cloud. That was interesting. I'm not sure what happened there, but that allowed a little bit of the push, because as you can see, they would just went on site and they didn't have a good crossfire setup. But here, Boaster, man, he's gonna be angry at himself that he didn't get that second kill, and his trigger discipline was on point. Just unfortunate whiff happened, but you have to take also like into consideration what Magnum did in this round. He opened up the entire round, gets a triple kill. Like, that shouldn't be allowed, you know. That was just phenomenal gunplay from Magnum here.
And at the end, it didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, that one Snakebite, that was really I'm not sure what happened. Maybe they had a different plan.
Yeah.
But if that Snakebite would have landed again in the same spot as the first one, that would have cost again 8 seconds for Guild. So unfortunate, because there was no debuff as well, right? And when you push for a Snakebite and you're getting debuffed, every single bullet from Vandal, 80 damage, you just cannot allow yourself to do that in most cases. Oh, Yassine over eager to get mid control and pays the highest of prices. So FNATIC now big advantage on this round. Round 9 is being already opened up in the first seconds. 5 versus 4 for FNATIC. They didn't destroy the trap on mid yet. Draken still in Pizza, like he was, if I'm not mistaken, in the previous round. Now he's being repositioning. He's repositioning himself to market, while Safe on the backside of B he has his camera set up right now. No, not yet. But Draken got hit on the market, so they know about him. They don't know about Safe.
That's very good.
Deck closes the market, the door, so he separates Draken right now, and now they can fully execute on site.
No way. Safe is pretty much left alone. He couldn't do even anything about it. They still play off of that Cosmic Divide. Safe is moving backwards, but Doma is coming in. And also, one man would have been flanking from behind. Nice try. The Cosmic Divide is going to fall at one point. And as Boaster and his squad is once more overrun in B, they hold the control. The Leo has something to say in that. Two more. That's Draken and Leo, who still have a good bit of room. They check corner by corner, go near the leather, consider to check that B main position. They do, but at what cost? While Leo is out, and Draken knows at which angle those darts don't do a thing. Smart. As the Dragon strikes, it's two more, and as he will try, the Clutch Master from Sweden can't bring it home. FNATIC on the 7th, and again, a wonderful execution, really. By the book, you saw them with the utility they used, that great smoke from Jet specifically, that was put on the lever to actually close towards market. That's what I love. Those are the tiny details that make your entire possibility to gain room as guild be denied.
You know what's funny? Because that's like a cascading effect, right? We have seen Magnum put his camera on the window in Garage. That camera tagged Draken in market, and because of that fact, Draken had to sacrifice time to pull out the dart from himself, and that allowed Draken to just get that smoke and the lever going on. But again, first seconds of the map, or of the round, Draken gets a first blood. There's a player being tagged. Draken knows exactly where he is. He's just gonna spam. Mystic gets the kill through the wall, and everything is falling apart for Guild. Although this round was on a buy where they had worse utility, but Yasin now has a Vandal and has a Showstopper. Is this winnable? This can be turned around. 10 seconds still. Recon Bolt for Draken. We can see Mystic already on the position with the postman lineup. Oh my!
I mean, at this point, you're asking yourself, how do I counter them? What do I need to do to get them off the server? Usually it's Yasin who always has solutions to this, but also, he's taken out. Pace the depth of nature. This brings the number 8 to FNATIC. A significant lead. A wonderful margin. And I'm gonna read that out loud here, Lo-Fi. Guild, pick Ascent.
I mean, let me take a look at my notes. If I'm not mistaken, in the past 20 matches, they only played Ascent twice and won once. The last match on Ascent was against FPX, which they lost 13-9. So not much data actually to look into Ascent. I was like kind of surprised when they picked it, but I was hoping they have something prepared. But so far it seems like FNATIC is prepared, let's say, more convincingly.
Oh, I'm very interested to see what Bonkar has in plan with those doubles. Probably the other one is the gravity wall to then be sucked in.
Yeah, because the thing is, when it's an elevation, right? It's harder to escape it.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
you cannot counter the movement exactly. But Deck again, we can't even like analyze anything because Deck is always there.
He's on it. He's striking, and Doma and Co are finding frags swiftly. Yasin's ult again was desperately looking for frags, not for room, but Doma is humiliating and beheading them one after another. Brilliant stuff coming out here from FNATIC. They use the momentum and speed. Left lane Autobahn it is. And the inline 5 is firing. No chance to escape. Full traction on. FNATIC do not miss right now.
They're insane and on fire. The pace is also there. Like they don't wait. They just go in, try to capitalize on the moves. And I feel like everything is just being, let's say, amplified by the info that they get, right? They have Boaster and Magnum giving away informations with the drone, with the recon, with the camera. The flanks are protected because of Magnum. Doma doesn't really have to smoke in every single round because there's Viper, which can supplement, be a substitute for the smoke essentially, with the wall. So they can open up with a paranoia instantly at the beginning of the round and just push with numbers. So everything here is very aggressively tailored towards the gameplay, and it really shows.
Last round before the switch.
last round before the switch, the good old announcer says, and it's a real disaster for a guild. Coming in with the numbers, because, you know, I don't love with that. Ascent is, with the low sample size we have, to 69% 1 on the attack side. So that gives us a little bit of hope when we talk about guild. FNATIC, in the meantime, when we talk about Ascent, they're pretty much equal on both defense and attack. So it's not like we see them right now flourish because they can set the pace. The numbers tell us, and that's the thing that we focus on right now, that they are capable on doing it on both sides.
The thing is, they're gonna face Mystic on defense. And that Viper is gonna have a very similar effect to what you have seen on Haven in the previous match. She's gonna stall, but Yassine gets the judge kill from the one-way, but Bosa gets the trade. In the meantime, 3 players from Mystic are being held hostage by the wall from Sage. They're gonna just wait it out. They don't know if the Sage is still on top of it. It's a 4v4, so they don't really have to push anything. They can just wait it out. Now Guild has info that 1 player is top mid, but they still don't know where the execution will be. So they're uncertain where to rotate, or even to rotate, or just play retake. And you can see that they're just playing a little bit awkwardly. There's 1 player in A lobby right now trying to get info. Draken is rotating towards A short because of the judge. He cannot hold any other position. But Leo, holding the market, gets the first kill and gets the second. This guy is nuts, and he has the res now.
Yep, that's giving them an opportunity to bring Yassine back, but he's on the other side of the map. I doubt that they'll consider doing it. Here comes the info. And poor Boaster coming in with a very lackluster arrow there. Taken out. And here is Guild down to just 3, which is a sinister scenario for the Swedish squad. Because they are, you know, they're to me a team that have a great lead on the form of Blancar, whilst our system is built up on just listening to him, but at the same time all just coming together, coming in with the ideas. But they also have an excellent coach who was so known in other FPS titles for bringing up Swedish talents. Draken is one example. Res, if you heard of him in NIP. Same goes for Safe, back when he was playing in Singularity in another game. So there I believe that he could also play a crucial role with the mental state. But right now he can't do much. Those are the guys on the server. They gotta make the change, and the pistol might just bring it.
And taking into consideration the 3 rounds by Guild, 2 of them are basically won by Leo. So it's dire straits for Guild right now. They need this pistol round to stay afloat. And Derka just gets a first blood, because that's what he does. And he gets an infantry. He still has the dash, but can't use it because he's being destroyed by the frenzy. The trap is being destroyed. They cut off the mid. So now Market is the possible execute. But FNATIC, just playing slowly, taking their time. They are probably gonna just play retake. Mystic holding B with a Toxin Cloud one-way ready on B side, so he doesn't move from there. But now there's a smoke for on Doma. He knows, he hears, and now he gets the info. The other players, yes, there's an execute on A, and they're already on site.
3 remain. Bonkar's bringing that one down. And that Toxin ain't making a change. Long way for Mystic to move. And look at that pre-fire. They just wait. Boaster sent that dart in, but it's not happening now. Doma, Boaster, and Mystic. A FNATIC trio to change the pace, and a wall being set at that point in time. They tried to come in. Here comes nothing else than the paranoia. And Boaster is sucked slightly, but it doesn't change the matter of fact that Yassine is there to change it up. Mystic falls as well. Doma tries his best. 9-4 it is. And FNATIC, they don't get the pace this time. They don't get the speed right here. And there you have it. The possibility of a change might just come swift.
That was a much needed round for Guild, but it didn't start positively for them. We did see the first kill go towards FNATIC, and still they managed to bring it back. So kudos to Guild. This is the hope at the end of the tunnel, right? This is the small light at the end of the tunnel, because right now they will probably capitalize with full buy. By the way, Leo with a Vandal small shield on the second round, while FNATIC, 3 Classic, 2 Sheriffs, they push in, but they lose to Yassine. Oh no, he's fueling that showstopper already. 2 orbs are missing from the showstopper. This is a
He
big
gets
thing.
the spike. Yeah, wonderful detail.
Caution here.
He will take the spike to get another one of those orbs, which is bringing him just a step closer. Now another frag, which he's absolutely capable of.
Or a death.
And the man got his ult. Ah, and there you go.
It's a
Good night.
death, but he has the showstopper ready. And that will exactly set the tempo for the next round. The showstopper will probably be an opener. Draken gets a kill through the smoke. Mystic, the man, legend. But 24 HP is not enough to bring it back or even damage the economy. And this is not looking good right now for FNATIC. They're gonna have a full buy, while Gildo is gonna be on that bonus round. But Yassine has that showstopper. And if they can convert that showstopper into an advantage, they can break the economy for FNATIC pretty well and get that comeback going. So now let's take a look at FNATIC's economy. 2 people with small shields, 3 players with big shields, full economy. The Toxin Cloud is already set up on the one way on B. The wall is already also used on B, so there's a defensive setup there. But Derke goes... I don't even know what's his thought process here. I'm just gonna peek mid. They're like a madman. This guy is nuts, and he wins that one and gets the heal. Sorry, he doesn't get the heal because they have no Sage. So, but he gets those first bloods. It's insane. We have to check the stats on this man after this match.
Surely we will. As Draken capitalizes on Dirk, here is that jet falling. The attack though on the A side has been formed. Guild are bringing that spike down, and the retakes ain't gonna be that easy. You see Viper has to make an entire move over, and Boaster, there's nothing to clear. They all are on the side or on long, with Draken with some likelihood having a shock dart ready to deny that possibly incoming defuse. Magnum starts the retake, and here is the frag number 1. More has to come his way. There is nothing left on the end of the shock darts. Bonker is just waiting underneath heaven, which could become a problem because he is the one who might be just hidden. Nope, ain't happening. Boaster wants to try it. The retake's on, and that spike is about to be defused. Boaster's out, and that means the IGL can't lead the charge anymore. The time's ticking. Doma is low HP, and they might have just brought it home. Yes, they did. Draken closes the case. High cost, but at the end, the reward is there.
That was a nuts round. I didn't see it going Guild's way. No way. Like, we have seen an opening first blood again go towards FNATIC, but then Dirk died on Haven on A. I think like that was a pretty unnecessary death because it opened up the entire site. He was only on 11 HP after the initial fight on mid, right? But a valiant effort by FNATIC when it comes to the retake. I wanted to point out that Mystic has a lineup from B side. Before he starts rotating, he's using a snakebite that lands on A short to just kind of stop the push. But so far, twice it was a little bit too late, and it didn't help out his teammates too much. Right now, there's a pretty default setup from FNATIC. They're with the Sheriffs, 1 judge available from Magnum on A short. 5 people just going in on B. Yassine is going nuts. He knows the position of Mystic, gets the kill. Gets a second one. This is all falling apart for Mystic, but then the judge gets the kill.
At least some delight.
Yeah,
But the scrimmage, just massive. No real losses on the side of Guild though. They're still in a spot where they most likely will bring in all of those weapons, which once more lets the economy and the money amass, something they definitely need to defeat FNATIC in the long run. They're coming closer. The tie is just 2 rounds away, but the mainly British squad should now have some proper weapons in their hands.
You can question like why Yassine did go for the showstopper on the previous round against a eco basically, right? But he just wanted to open up space, and he knows that even if he gets that showstopper and doesn't get a kill, he will get a lot of orbs this round because he's first on site, and he's more likely to kill his opponent than he's being killed by them because of the inferior equipment. So he still builds up the next showstopper, and he's already 3 out of 7. So this is just like a way of making sure that they're gonna capitalize on this round, and he's going for the next orb. Derke will hear the orb. Will he pick it? He goes for it, but there's 3 people there, and he got blood blocked by Doma by accident.
No. Yeah, and this somewhat could have also killed him. They know where Boaster stands. And this is absolute disaster right here. Darka whiffs those tiny blades. Something you don't usually see from him, really. I mean, this man's capable of disabling an entire attacking machine, but right now, Guild is in the driver's seat. They tell you which direction it all goes. And I mean, a save seems somewhat inevitable. Maybe some exits here and there, but look who's waiting back in spawn. The lurking safe, the little ghost from Guild, is not going to find anyone. Boaster got him on his radar.
And this is... They just want to save. Like, they have no economy to just get it going for the next round. Even if they get 2 kills, it's not worth it. Right now, Guild didn't lose a single round on attack. They already have a lot of economy. Leo has the ultimate as well, so he can res one player, bring it back. Boaster got spammed through the wall. Oh, Magnum, he's holding this fearlessly, and he did cost his team 1 rifle. So this is pretty interesting.
Take a look at it. It's
They
losing
lost
all the
all the
weapons.
guns.
All the weapons. Not a single rifle to be safe. FNATIC.
Oh, this is not looking good.
Yeah, on the breadline. The lads can't really afford anything. Getting the sheriffs out, that's nice and great, but they're being stalled. The machine that has been running on full speed on a 9-3 half, keep that in mind, is suddenly not firing anymore. And it's time for a change to some degree. I mean, Guild was capable of continuously setting up the pace here.
Yeah, and it was mostly on A, while Mystic just holds B, and, you know, the only executes happening on B was where there's a half buy, basically, from FNATIC. This is where they know that that Mystic will not have a full buy, basically.
Oh,
Okay,
Boaster.
Boaster just
There you
goes
go.
in with the Spectre, gets a triple
exactly
kill.
what you need. Finally starts up that kind of machine. We just talked about it. They stalled, and no power was there. It seems like they found the master switch. Let's see if there was going to be another outage. Sturk is already moving. Man's waiting on heaven. Could have been heard. Only got the Marshall. It's still good damage dealt. Drake got to live with 15 points of health, but both got their ult. And if Draken just says, bye-bye, I'm going to see you next round, I'm just going to use my ult, that could be the game changer. Hunter's Fury is there to make the impossible things make work. Bonkar's taking some room. That's wonderful. Look at the ult. It's so crucial from Doma to change up something. Draken has denied him, but they now know that he's exactly ready for that. They're aware. They still need to kill the Astra. They still need to eliminate Bonkar. Oh, and he's just making himself a little cave. Nobody can come and attack except they cross the line. And crossing the line is just the thing right there. Bonkar will try. Oh, he's getting actually attacked from his own teammate. Doesn't change the matter of fact that he's still trying to make it work. And it's the last one. This is the last charge. It could be the double digits coming in from FNATIC, and they do. 2 seconds, 50 milli left, and FNATIC bring the double digits when needed. It was close, it was tight, but it's theirs.
My god, what a round. Like, that could have gone either way, like during that retake. I was really worried for FNATIC. Derke was really low on HP. The Cosmic Divide was so well played. But look at Boaster. He's the hero of this round. He's the hero of this round because that triple kill opened up not only the entire round, but forced Guild to rotate to A, which allowed then Mystic and Doma to pick up the rifles from the dead bodies in B garage, and that was crucial. This is why Derke was waiting for that retake, because his teammates had to get those guns and then rotate to him, but that basically allowed them to get something going. Because with pistols, not much will happen. Derke just goes in, stops the showstopper, I guess, to some degree, but Yasin gets revived.
All good info. Magnum is trapped. Man can't do much. Nope. Any move is immediately going to be punished. And so Boastar and his boys gotta swap it around. They just secured the double digits. That's crucial. That's so important. And at the same time, the big issue is at what cost? Because it was very costly. They try to make their move, or will they retreat? Here comes the smoke. Paranoia is not there anymore for Doma, so none of those players are going to be blinded, as Boaster will try. He still is on it. Mystic is joining, and Draken waits. But this is not the crucial part, because Leo is coming from the sidelines. The man is flanking, and as his lurk might be just paid off, does Mystic have it on the radar? He does! but all he does is whiff, and this is so sad. FNATIC nearly had it. The 11th was just already in reach. But Guild won to equalize, and it's their pick. They want it home.
Leo, the MVP of this match so far. Like this guy single-handedly won so many rounds for Guild and kept them afloat. So the comeback is just now possible. Insane. But one thing I have to question from FNATIC, like, they see that they don't have enough stopping power on A, right? There's not enough utility to stop the attack from Guild. So, I feel like there has to be some switch made. Maybe the Viper Wall to stop the push, the Toxin Cloud being used on A instead of B. There's the ultimate right now being used, the Viper's Pit on Garage B. Still 2 players there taking control. In the meantime, mid is in fight. Derek gets the hit, but 2 people fall on A short and on mid. So now the A is opened up. Save gets the info. They know where can they execute. They'll just run towards the side, get the plan, and it's gonna be 3 versus 4 retake with only 2 rifles and Derke on the Marshal. If Derke gets 1 kill, he will have the Bladestone available, but that trap, oh, that could have been close, but he gets killed anyway. Whew. Heartbreaking for FNATIC this round, for sure. They also like tried to capitalize on the Viper Spit, but it was basically nullified by the team going the other way. But Magnum gets the first kill. He doesn't even try anymore. He just gets the 1 kill and goes back.
The rifle is what he needs. And it is the saddest part for me here, Loafer, that one of the most valuable ults of the game, Viper's Pit, has been used. And it didn't find anything. There was no success. And it's not that I basically blame Mystic for doing it. It's just that they really fall short in every single round so far. Great stuff, Magnum, now having the ult as well. But FNATIC, again, they're being overrun so often. They don't contest A main that often. And when they do, they very often fall short. So you see, there's a lot of cases where often is being used because it unfortunately often fails. And I'm somewhat saddened by it. But FNATIC can still bounce back. I do have high belief that right now is the time for them.
Oh, look what is just happening. Something that I literally mentioned around before. Now Mystic is playing on A, and he's reinforcing the defenses with the Viper Wall. And this is very much needed, because so far we didn't see something that Liquid was doing on Haven, right? They were stopping the pushes with the Viper Wall for a very extended period of time. And I feel like that might be the game changer for them. Now Guild will have to respect the wall, because so far on any single round of defense, we didn't see it. It was either held for retake or already used in the beginning of the round on B to just use it for retake or stopping the push on the side alone, but not before it. So this is gonna be a big switch up, and Guild is, you know, it's not aware of it. This might catch them off guard because they didn't have to face this yet. Let's see what they're gonna execute. They play for now a default positioning. Bonker holds B lobby from any push. Leo just holds in case someone goes for a short. 1 player on top mid, but Derke just holds a short. Everyone is very patient this one. Everyone just holds their ground, holds the angles. No one is over eager to peek. But it has to happen at some point.
Yep.
There's the trigger on the Viper Wall. It goes through a short, through a side, and through mid. But on mid, it's missed. It doesn't go on the bottom. Oh no! Mystic missed the wall. It's opened.
No way.
Oh, that shouldn't have happened.
No, it shouldn't.
And they don't know about it because no one is holding mid, so they have no idea that the gate is not being smoked off by the wall. But they still have the trap there, so they didn't lose any map control. Now everyone else is trying to get B from Guild, and they're slowly creeping up on the side. They don't know about the one-way smoke yet. Something that we have seen from Mystic every round, but not yet really used.
My goodness.
30 seconds
The room,
left.
though. The room Derke has taken, it's so crucial. And I'm quite sure he could flow over that tripwire. Does it make a change, though? We're gonna find out. Bonker needs to make a move. His squad is just about to reach the site. Derke nearly sees the heads, but suddenly there is the Blade Storm. He finds one another, and it comes in with Mystic. Those tiny little swords are actually in the head of everyone of Guild. And Mystic says, I've put a few bullets in there as well. The 11th is secured. And again, at what cost? Ult had to be used. A lot of abilities came in, but as long as they find it, I think FNATIC is happy. This is not their map choice, and this could leave him with a very comfortable second map.
Yeah, but this round was so important, and I feel like that was basically enabled by Mystic here, because he now had a global presence this round, right? He had the defenses upgraded on A with the Viper Wall. He still had his Toxin Cloud on B, so he stopped the push. He used the Snake Bite that bought the time again for Derker to lurk and get, in a similar manner, something that we have seen from Yampi in the previous match, to get that lurk on. But now Derker on 10 HP.
Oh, Mystic with a good move, actually eliminating Yassine before he was able to destroy the door. Now it's done. And you see the wall this time is a little bit different position, because I think you're right, Lothar. They noticed that there is a gap directly in middle, so they swapped it up slightly with a lineup they know, and that works.
I mean, you can still get the lineup on the gate itself. You just have to position it a little bit lower. But this one is also pretty good because it's closer to the trap that they set up on mid. But now Guild is trying to get map control on B side. They already have Market, they already have Garage, so they know they're basically entrapping the opponents. Either they're on site or on CT. There's more info being given by Draken. Does he get the hit? He does. But FNATIC gets 2 kills in the meantime.
This is so crucial. Yeah, that's the spike. Draken has one hell of a task ahead of him. And surely this is the kind of man that is capable of doing so. Mystic might be already out. Nope, the dart is not hitting according to plan. And with 15 seconds, it's time for a move. The Dragon from Sweden has now to strike, but no chance with Dirk having you in his crosshair. 12th round secured.
Well played by Mystic. Like that one way right now, on the catwalk, it just allows him to hold it indefinitely. Because when he has the one way up, no one can push for it from that location, right? If he puts a snake bite as well, then he can turn off the one way because no one will push for the snake bite, and just do it the same at the same time. Like you cannot push for that. Then you have to go through the stairs, but that allows Derker to hold it from CT. So it's very tough to push through any of the positions, and now it's also tough to push through A side because of the wall. And now let's take a look. Guild,
yeah,
on the match, flag is on the match point, so Guild has to buy everything that they can. So we have 3 rifles, a Spectre, and a Frenzy. Wait, minus 5k for Bonkar? Who has a operator here? Maybe lies on the ground? I'm not certain what happened here. Has to be, right? We're gonna find out.
Yeah, surely. We're gonna find out.
But in general, like, they have to commit to this side fully, but they have to push through the wall or allow the opponents to rotate.
No, I think it's actually not coming down to that. I think he was actually giving a weapon to one of his teammates and buying full armor. And a star, most likely. That's my equation in this. But 5k, still, you're right, it's a little odd. Either way, getting away from that, Magnum has to escape the nades that are coming his way. And as those pain shells deal damage according to plan, they try to conquer the site. Not that easy this time around. Funny-wise, the wall has not been used yet. As though it's a clear sign of attack, right? They could just pretty much bring it up and get the toxin activated, but they ain't doing that. Bonker seems to set it all up. That wall, that ult is about to come in. And that might just give him the control over the A site, whilst FNATIC are just waiting to find number 13. Success on the first map. All the control in A main belongs to Guild, whilst they don't rule out any other positions here. FNATIC does not know what's happening on B. They don't know what's happening in middle. Does it matter? Doesn't necessarily. There comes the first wall, but also the Viper one is working with him here. They could still try. Leo is considering it, but now it's a matter of seconds. Boaster's coming in with the first shock, and they just could potentially wait for that Cosmic Divide to just chime away. Ain't happening. Here comes the Gravity Well to deny you from that diffuse, but sooner or later they're going to make the move. They all try to move over short, that's nice and great, but here they clear the site. Nobody's around. Magnum got him hit the first, and he does! Oh, he's eager with his move, but he can't just escape in time, and there's all the info. Here's all the info they need. Magnum finds the first! Oh, he does! But whiffs another few bullets. It could still bring in the round, and they do! The chaos and the carnage on the site doesn't change. That FNATIC bring home number 13. Oh, what a final round here. First half but that obviously was when they were attacking. Now they start off by defending the bomb sites.
And when it comes to guild on attack, so far in the matches on Bind, and we had 5 matches of Bind in the past 20 matches in general, they always executed the pistol rounds on the B side. And I wonder if this is going to be happening as well, because remember, counter-stratting is a big thing, and both of those teams are playing their comfort picks here on Bind. You can easily read into that, but look at this. Guild faking the attack on A. I bet the push is being stopped by Mystic. The Viper wall just puts that push to stop. In the meantime, there's the spike going towards B, but now slowly are rotating. They are not gonna go and execute that B. That fake on A was unsuccessful. And because of that, we're gonna see more players going to A short. But the thing is, there's the one way here. So Mystic is holding a lockdown right now on both showers and A short, and no one can go through that. Oh, Derek missed a player. There's no info about anyone in showers. This might actually end really badly for Derka. He just sees 3 players going to just walking by. 2 lamps.
But he escaped. No worries. Starka is still there to eliminate Bongar. He's going further. But no, at one point you gotta fall. 35 seconds. Boaster tries to charge through. He definitely hurt Drake. He moves forward. Such a brilliant move from the Brit. Wants to get more. He does. And saves low HP. He's grabbing that one as well. Boaster's not to be stopped. And this is the IGL striking again. We talked about him, that he's not just the big brain, but the big fragger as well. Has to fall at one point. But 100% on Magnum. The man will not fall that easily. He should capitalize on it, and he will.
The big brain on Boaster. What a fantastic play.
That connecting smoke.
Yeah, and he had the patience and the calmness to pull out that arm, that computer on the arm, to set up the smoke while his opponent was planting. He knew there are 2 players next to him somewhere, but he just had that patience. And he was also on a debuff by the Alamo bot. He got massive damage from the turret on the left side. He was left on 4 HP. Boaster single-handedly winning this round and making it possible for FNATIC. Dagger had an awkward fight on side, and by the way, Mystic also put a very important thing to stop the plant. He used one of the snake spites to just on the default plant, so he bought time for his team. That allowed Boaster actually to capitalize on that. Oh, but Yasin just sneaks by on Labs, gets a kill, but Derke holds at angle. 3 kills for him.
Yeah.
Smoke's down.
You know, I'm still stunned by good old wonderful Brimstone in the form of Boaster. Burke is still trying, get a little bit more, because fueling up that Hunter's Fury is obviously something that you want to have in the upcoming rounds again and again. It is a game changer. It splits up the sides. It causes a lot of trouble and turmoil. Safe is waiting. Eliminated at last. Poor Drake blinded. Lafar 2-0 is pretty much safe, I would say. Obviously, if this is going to be a clutch, Reddit is going to hate on me, but thank God I'm right. Predictions not working every day, huh?
Well, this was a very rare sight to behold if that would have been a clutch.
Oh, we saw it. Remember how Shaw took out Liquid?
Yeah, that was nuts. And then we have seen Link with those ultra clutches as well, although not in the second round, but we had some crazy clutches today, so... And we know that Leo, an example, is capable of stuff like that over and over. So there might be some clutches ahead of us, but so far, a comfortable 2-0 lead for FNATIC. They build up a bonus round. Doma on the Sheriff tries to build up some pressure on mid, and he actually was successful. He made some presence, and no one is pushing for that. Through there, Save did set up his turret for that mid control. In the meantime, a default setup on the entire map. No one is pushing anywhere. This is a waiting game. Right now, Leo checks the angle, so he knows that no one pushed on that side. So he knows that this can just hold. And the question is, what will be the comms? What is the next step for everyone? Now, Leo gets the communications for his teammate. There's still one way on a short. We probably want to gonna push through that. Shower's control is being slowly taken over by Draken. Yeah, a lot of stuff is happening on the entire map right now. I'm not sure if you guys are following, but there's just a lot of information being gathered by both teams. Everything is being used to just get a little bit of info. A drone, a molly to clear a corner, and now slowly after all of that utility being used, Guild is advancing towards hookah.
30
Two
seconds
players
left.
with the spike going there. Yassine clears one corner with the nade, but he is being damaged by the counter nade from Doma. Now they know that he was on the backside. Magnum holds the garden, wins the duel.
Oh, but does he find more? Yes, he does. They obliterate them. No chance. No trespassing allowed. Yassine. Beautiful. Finally. And the man with the rifle in hand, the young Swede, is bringing it through. 5 players remain. FNATIC stack up big dollar bills and can be happy about the yield they have obtained. Seems like they invested in some very odd cryptocurrency, the way they have made their money, but, well, it's real money. It's working for them. The credits are on the bank account, and they will use them. And this is so critical for Milofor if we talk about building momentum. If you consistently get a good paycheck out of every round, you will not be stopped after just one interruption.
I mean, look at the cash right now. Everyone comfortable sitting on almost 2 full buys. I mean, it's actually 2 full buys after the next round. So this is looking terrible for Guild right now. They only saved 1 gun from the previous round, small shields. Draken is 2 away from his ultimate. Leo 1 off, Yassine 1 off. So there's a small comfort to the next round because they will have like a lot of ultimates available. But Draken opens out with the first blood. What a big move!
Big move.
Single-handedly opening the entire round.
Oh. The boaster still there, could prepare the molly as it bounces off. Close, but not close enough. And this brings Guild in a situation where the cheap weaponry should bring them the first round. Sounds weird, sounds odd, but it could be the case. But here it is Boastar killing Bonker. The IGLs are fighting, and they're fighting hard. The round wants to go in the way of FNATIC as they try to retake ground. Magnum with the flash sees the first man blind, the second one in the corner as well. He's running out of ammo. It's not that easy. You can trespass nobody else than Leo. He's been on fire on Ascent. He's going to continue on Bind. Number 1 on the board for Guild.
A really awkward round. I would sum it up this way, right? Draken with the insanely valuable double kill at the beginning of the round basically opened up the site. Boaster missing a little bit on that molly, did not delay the plant. Because of that they lost a little bit of a ground, but this shouldn't have happened. This was the round where FNATIC should have been comfortably sitting at 4-0, and this is a very important win for Guild. That one round will give them a little bit of air into their wings. Yassine has the showstopper ready, but he goes into showers, which is kind of tough to go with the double slashes out of. Shoulder peeking and missing.
Boom. Oh. Disappointment. For a second, I hope that that's something Yassine can work with. I'm not quite sure, because the thing is, just from a kills perspective, not from the room gain perspective, his ult has not been too successful throughout this best of 3. But as his ult didn't bring him something this time, it's a good bit of room that they've just guide. What the hell was that? Boaster's denying room. He sets it all on fire, and that is so good. That denies them. Welcome back to the B side, at least one of them. And as the Seekers are coming out, they ain't finding a thing. Still, that has been heard. Free frag for Doma, and only 2 remain on the side of Guild.
Beautiful play by Boaster. The combination of his molly and orbital strike pushed out everyone from lamps, and that allowed Doma to just hold B and get a free kill. No one was expecting this, and now this is gonna be a problem. The time runs out. Doma gets another singular duel 1v1. He wins those, and everything falls apart for Guild. Like, this is gonna be a tough task for Bonker, but we have seen bigger clutches in the past, but it was tough. And now Doma has his own showstopper available, and Dirk as well with the Hunter's Fury, so they can delay the plant for a long time. They have the snake bite, they have the molly from Boaster, they have the shock darts, they have the Hunter's Fury. And by the way, something that we didn't see yet from the teams, and I'm probably going to see on an icebox at some point, that the Viper is going to set up a Toxin Cloud on site. Like, to just use it to delay the plant, because you just treat it as a nanoswarm or a molly. That whenever someone wants to plant, you just pop it in and then use a snake bite, and you delay the plant for rotations. So we might actually see this at some point, maybe not on bind, but probably on icebox. But right now, the wall again, dividing showers. Durka is being cleared with the drone, and now he is gonna have a hard time being rescued from that. Oh my, that was close.
Yep, that was close indeed. Spike's gonna be down. But, well, we heard that voice line already. There it is again. And suddenly, ouch, that's Magnum. He's getting a little bit of team damage here. But the damage has been dealt. Round still in the hands of Guild, but it's a matter of time, and this could be retaken, because here comes the wall from Phoenix. Good stuff, as Magnum is taking massive damage. He's not burning away yet, and Doma takes out Yassine. Close range rocket. That works at the end, and 2 more remain. Pard, that's free on the side of FNATIC. The ult is coming again and again. Bonkar knows how to use it. They take out safe. But as Leo's agent says, easy, mate.
Alright, that was a really awkward round. Because what I have seen is that Magnum, it's not a problem that he was tagged by Durka. You know, that's only 26 damage from the Hunter's Fury when you target your own teammate. But the problem was that Durka was using his Tasmanian Tiger during that moment. And when he gets tagged, when he gets any point of damage, it's very similar to Sova's drone. He just gets out of it. Like, bam, you're out. Your Tasmanian Tiger disappears. And they needed that info to clear lamps. So that was the first problem. And then we have seen Magnum just pushing out on side and go straight into posters. Molly, and got so much team damage this round. It was actually kind of hilarious. But now, Guild trying to just push with numbers on B. 4 players, and the 5th is joining up. Now he goes to his hookah, but Durka has been caught, but he wins the duel. That shouldn't have happened, and now run it back from Leo. He'll get some space on side. Durka dies. Everything is cleared apart from that smoke. Boaster hiding inside the smoke. 200 IQ. Oh, he doesn't get the. He gets it. But now the lockdown is still in effect. He needs to get a kill. But he stopped the plant.
That's a lot of time. Yeah, that's a lot of time. And the Killjoy might not even have the same effect. They know where the spike's being planted. And safe on the operator could become a problem. Yep, easy one for him. Mystic, the last one standing. And it could be another clutch coming out of FNATIC. But if it's going to work that easy, starting off with such a head, yes indeed. Popping the one off safe. 2 more to go. As his weapon is not that ideal. Also puts another one in the head off Drake, and he's ready for it. Draken could be fallen, but it's high damage, not enough. Costly for sure. And Guild, they gotta put a lot of dollar bills right here on the shelf. They gotta put it down and invest again. That's costly, and that's no momentum.
Man, imagine if Spectre would have a bigger penetration value than just this low, measly, like, few points of damage. Because that could have been a clutch. He already was spamming through the wall. Like, kidding here? He was on 51 HP. Draken was so low. Like, that was absolutely nuts. Kudos to Mystic. But now, unfortunately, they're on a low buy. And that allows Guild to build up that economy, unless... Nah, no unless. Guild prevails on A short. They win almost every single duel. And this is the saving grace for the loss of lives that they had in the previous round, because now they're going to build up their economy. It's especially important not to lose more players right now, because the next round is FNATIC's full buy. A lot of utility is ready. This is what we're going to see FNATIC just push on side, get as many kills as possible. They know about the turret, exactly where it is. Boaster still has his utility, has the Vandal available.
Last player standing.
And this is the thing. Boaster, again, trying to strike, diminishing the economy of Guild would be somewhat of a goal for him, but I do doubt that there's much more coming out. And yeah, well, I'm taking it back. It's okay. I'm sorry, Boaster. I didn't mean it that way. The flash comes in to diminish the vision of him, but, well, they escape. They escape in time. No real chance And as he hears both in teleporter, he does not need to worry. He's on his own, he's bringing the rifle through, and FNATIC, a team, when we talk about Bind, who actually are quite solid when it comes down to retaking A. And we're talking about a bigger sample size. We're talking about 10 overall maps when it comes down to Bind. And they are capable of taking it pretty much in a solid fashion. 61% of those retakes work on A. And so far, when we look a bit how the tendency has been in the last few rounds, once that one belongs, once the territory is in the hands of Guild, they don't give it away that easily. They use their Phoenix right, they deny any room with that screen, for example, and that's something I really like to see. Guild might be on a streak.
And they get a kill on Magnum right now. Oh, that's gonna be painful. Magnum is one of the crucial aspects of the team here to stop the pushes and get the info at the same time. So now they're gonna have to divide their forces and probably get a little bit of map control. This is why we're gonna see Boaster right now push through Hookah at some point to try to get info for his teammates where to rotate. Mystic uses his Viper Pit on showers, and that's probably something that we're not gonna see from Guild, that they're not gonna push for that. So most likely a lot of people are just gonna go A short, and that's an info. That's an info that the team has.
Oh, Mystic, he's gonna play that so well. Can't escape, you see? Can't capitalize on it. Oh, Mystic. It's big change right now, and Boaster's escaping the teleporter. All those players from FNATIC try to make that retake look so good. It's not gonna be, though, a task that he can't just do so easily. Mystic still moving around his Toxic. Yassine knows about it. Here comes the next one, but once they just try to edge out, he has a perfect angle on it. Triple secured. Another one coming close. Derek is not eliminated.
Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised that we didn't see Mystic turn off his ultimate. Like, the ultimate right now was detrimental for them. It's basically acted like a smoke from the opponent's team, because it literally finishes at the doorway, right? So there's no way of pushing through it. Look at this here. Like, they have to clear all the angles while going out of it. They had a bit of a higher chance of winning this, or making at least a one kill, if they would just turn off all the utility from the Viper and get wider angles to check even before they peek from the showers area. So still a very tough round for FNATIC. There's no easy way of just retaking the site anyway. But I loved that situation in showers. Mystic just avoided the drone. That was hilarious. Like, and he still gets that one kill on Leo. Imagine if he gets the kill on Draken there. Like, he knew exactly what Draken is. But yeah, now another round for Guild where they have a lot of economy build up. FNATIC is struggling. Only one rifle, one judge, 3 sheriffs. The judge is being used in on B window. So that's the area that Guild so far had been successfully avoiding for the entirety of the match, because they know that especially on half buys, you don't want to go into range of those shotties. So they're gonna do what they were doing before. Just a full capitalization on B long. They have a lot of utility to clear all the angles. Yassine is using his satchel to get always the control over the orb and clear someone aggressively peeking. Leo uses his molly to clear the first angle, and now they get the control of the first steps on site, and this is textbook execution so far.
And again, the majority of the players push over Garden onto the B site. No real crazy stuff we see. Boaster, though, could use his orbital to strike. First plant coming in. And that's a little late, but there they go. There to deny it. No big damage dealt. But Magnum is on it. Suddenly, wait a second. He's coming behind our lines. Yes, he does. And this means that the squad of Boaster and co, who are in love with the Sky ult, get all the information. They know about the elbow player. 2 in Garden, easy peasy. Every single piece of information they needed now belongs to the side of FNATIC, and that could bring it back into a tie. As Boaster continues striking, Operator and Safe is one hell of a threat right now to this team. You don't want to take any further risks. Will Safe anticipate it, though? I wouldn't be too surprised if he does. Oh, and he has to make a move! A big mistake! Does not hit the shot, and Bonker's going on. Right-click from Boaster, though, is taking out his counterpart, and that's a single Operator. In the hands of the Swede, definitely a strong tool, but the time's ticking taken against him and the pressure is high. Wants to bring it through. Yes, he does. 5,000 credits that you don't want to risk.
I don't think even risking the credits here is the take. He just doesn't want to give FNATIC the operator, right? Because that's the 5k that the opponents are getting when they had a very low economy right now. This was a half buy round. This was a thrifty from FNATIC, and the hero this round is Magnum. He went onto the side with his judge and stopped the plant, and then the entire team capitalized on that. Like, that was so well played by FNATIC. Like, I really liked how they stopped the textbook execution by Guild, because they had the entire control. Like, they had everything. They had cleared entire side. They had smoked off elbow. The only thing that wasn't cleared was hookah, and that was the position of Magnum. He just went in with that judge and went crazy.
Yeah, a funny story actually about Magnum is, when talking to Mini, I will rather hold that Vod, because right now it's a big approach. Leo is coming in and taking Boaster. Magnum known, and the big problem, they're not hitting. They're not connecting. 12 points of health. That must have been hurt. See you later. Oh no. How sad is that? He was having a kind of idea to push through, and then the blast packs denied.
Well, killing with a blast pack, that doesn't happen often after the nerf. Just remember that the blast pack was dealing 75 damage up close before the nerf. It was actually a killing machine. Especially powerful in pistol rounds, but we don't see that often anymore. Now Save uses both nanoswarms to clear CT and backside. But no capitalization on that yet. Dirk is holding elbow.
That's brutal. Ouch.
And he holds it successfully. He gets those 2 kills, so that's worth. But it's still a 2 versus 3 retake. Mystic, not much utility. Available to him, only the snake bites.
He's gonna force it. He's definitely gonna force onto it. Oh yeah, and he definitely wants that. But Safe has a say in this. Doma eliminated. And Guild,
last round
in a good spot, very honestly. I didn't expect them to drive away like that with it, but you know, the funny thing is, Bind is a map where they even feel a little bit more comfortable on the defense side. 11 percentage points advantage over when they're holding them up, and that's going to become interesting. Will it be a free mapper here, Lofar? I could imagine seeing that.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what FNATIC has in their pockets or in their sleeves when it comes to attack. But so far, Guild is looking pretty solid. You know, winning on or even getting a draw on the attack. It's pretty nice, but Doma, showstopper and showstopper action.
No way! Oh, what a crazy denial. Both were coming in and tried to stop the show. Who's going to land on the big stage? Well, we know who overcome who. Doma striking. Crazy frag. A brutal frag. The worrying aspect to me here, Lofar, Barker gets a frag and you have 3 serious ults right here.
And the push on Lamps is so successful. Leo gets the kill. Draken finishes up Mystic, and now that denies all the walls, all the toxin clouds. That's a huge hit for FNATIC. Still, Delke has his Hunter's Fury. He's gonna play safe from his spawn. He's just gonna wait for the plant. So that's one thing. And you know, look at the health. Look at the health on from Draken. He's gonna die to 1 Hunter's Fury. There's 1 hit on Leo. He's at 1 HP. He had 81, and he's getting. Yeah, that
you can't escape.
You can't avoid a judge like that. Has such a big spread. Just 1 pellet kills you for 1 HP. That is the counter Hunter's Fury from Draken.
Well, it's very
a little bit of
unfortunate.
info.
Yeah, but he doesn't find
volley
anyone.
missed on the other side, but that's just impossible. Impossible to plan where every single angle is being held.
Crazy.
And you could have seen Bonkar planting actually not in the default spot in between the boxes, because that's the one spot where your opponents can just scan through the box and just kill you without even trying, you know. So I like the spot that he chose to plant from, but the only thing is you are visible from lamps there, and well, it's quite unfortunate. You're like in a tough spot, you know, between an anvil and a hammer, because there's always a bad choice that you will do. It just depends which one is actually the correct one in that situation, that they will never know. But hey, now FNATIC on the attack. That's the big test. The pistol round is pivotal. It's 6-6, and whoever wins the pistol round most likely goes and wins the next 2 rounds. Magnum with that one Hawk, it just gives a little bit of space to his team and a little bit of information, then rotates towards B. So this is a small and very slow fake. While Boaster still holds A short, he's probably gonna use some smokes at some point on A that the other team will capitalize on, and just on that fake and just go into B. Well, let's just wait it out. This is why we're gonna see Dirk and Boaster use their utility, which is being used right now. There are the smokes on A. There was the drone being used, but they didn't really successfully fake it.
The thing
is the double fake?
Yep. No. The thing is that they were ruling out B long, and considering A, it must be A at that point. But there it comes. All the attack starts to thrive, and this means B is where they want to land. And with Yassine being so low on HP, he can't do much more. Doma considers pushing through. What a crazy plan on the edge. But that could all just work fine, if there wouldn't be too many more shock darts. Durkado takes out safe. Yassine is still on 1 point of health. The problems start to rise for Guild, as that retake ain't that easy. And as I mentioned it, Drake needs to somehow stay alive. It's still a few more players who could make a change. Leo starts defusing, and that one is out in the public. Finally find the frag. Here comes nothing else than the lineup from Mystic. Another one that could come in, and that could be the denial. That could be a round going FNATIC's way. The clock is still ticking, and the pressure is high. They deny any more room. They get a slight bit of information. It's halved. It's time to do something, and Bonkar can make it work.
Oh, that was quite unfortunate. So I was trying to find like the timings. Boaster went all the way from long, where I'm gonna assume used his molly towards the plant, but it was still flying around, and they had Guild already had the spike on health. So it didn't land in time to not allow for the defuse to happen. Good plan from FNATIC, I have to say. This is the first time we see this plan being executed in this way, because that allows you to play your Viper very aggressively. You don't have to like just play passively somewhere for the lineup. You just fight at the same time, which is very cool, and I like that approach. But unfortunately, it was unsuccessful because I feel like there was a small disconnection in the communications of what exactly who holds what and where he uses his utility. But now next round, Guild opens up with the first blood. Saved, doesn't get even any damage in showers. Holds that with the Spectre. Magnum dies, so no more flashes available for FNATIC. Boaster gonna try to get someone from... Oh, he hears two players in showers right now.
He's not being spotted.
But he's being held, and this is where Scythe gets the second kill. Well played by Guild.
Yeah,
good execution for Leo when he gets that orb. But Mystic opens up a short.
Yeah, and that's a good wall. A big one. They open up, but the positioning from the players of Guild, they are not that affected by the screen. Spike can't be placed that easily, but Doma flanking around. Uh-oh, it's getting problematic. Guild might just lose to those sheriffs, and Doma was close to flicking that on. Oh, he finds Drake, and this is so crazy. This man does not stop making it work. Goes around the side, one more player, but it ain't it. Leo is gonna be the one who takes it home. 8-6. Guild, costly but working.
That was a crazy round.
Massive.
It's insane actually how expensive this round was for Guild. Like they lost every single player apart from one. So kudos to FNATIC that they actually managed to some degree win this round, right? This is the moment where we're gonna see a very awkward buy for Guild, and you can see that they're just saving a lot of cash for the next buy, basically, so they're not gonna go for the rifles. And FNATIC pushing out with all the rifles, and now they know there's one less player on the side because he teleported, and they get side control. Plant is going on the default mid spot. Toxin Cloud put on the spike, and now let's see where Mystic stands. He's gonna stand next to the teleporter, so he's available to hold this side as well.
Yeah.
Unlike that, he doesn't just go back towards Fountain. There's many spots you can use your Viper post-plant lineups from.
Right.
So he just stands and holds the ground. And everyone just kind of holds the ground apart from maybe Magnum that holds the hookah, but he still uses the Hawks to just plan to get info.
Oh, there they come.
Beautiful beautiful crossfire setup right now.
Yeah, and there's not much more to grab here for Guild. They might just try to diminish the opponent's forces, but that ain't even happening. Yes. Oh, well, I'm taking it back. Okay, Safe, you know what? Why am I even mentioning it? Dies to the spike, but Jesus, man, that guy is sometimes crazy when it comes to this $800 pistol. And this all reminds me so much of the last crucial game we saw from Guilds when they played against NIP back at Stage 1 Challengers 1. It was them picking up their opponent's map pick, but their opponent picking their map pick, and then it went onto the final map, which was split back then against NIP. We might see the same kind of procedure, and I'd be fascinated to watch our final map right here.
Next round, full split on B for FNATIC, and a full buy from Guild. And they're really aggressive. Look at the Guild. They're taking control of A short right now. They know exactly where the opponents are now. And this is why Bonkar will probably try to fall back, because he knows that there are opponents right in front of him.
They're
A lot
splitting
of
up the side.
steps. Oh, he gets a tag, but he doesn't get the second one. Doma is so close to his position with that showstopper.
Yeah, but can't put it to use. I mean, take some room. That's great. Elbow belongs to some degree to Doma. And as Draken might just see the tie coming his way, it's now the magic from Guild. Pull the rabbit out of the hat, make it work as they've done so often before. And obviously it's Yassine opening up. A great pain shell forcing them away from Garden. And this is the point in time where they still don't take too much room. There is a Tasmanian Tiger left. Same goes for free flashes on Magnum. So it's a lot of opportunities, a lot of utility that is left on the side of FNATIC, but there's not any active room held. It's about time to make a move. Magnum asks for support, gets that support, Safe is close, and Safe has been spotted. He's out of the equation. Not much more to come, no retake working, and FNATIC bring it home. Chapter closed, tie secured.
And you can see that Guild tried to counter the post-planned lineup from Boaster and Mystic here, because they both just sat on the fountain when they knew from the info that Magnum was gathering from Hookah that they are being pushed, which was very important. And the thing is, Guild couldn't get those kills here because they were only pushing from one direction, right? What they were lacking is someone in a pincer movement go through a short, maybe go for the market to just get a crossfire on the people planning for the plus-man lineup. But now they have the info that if this happens again, they know exactly where both players are playing, and this is probably where they should try a different retake scenario.
Oh yeah. The risk. Really, the risk is horrible to watch. At the same time, here you have it. The snake bites biting, and the poison gets into the veins of Leo. No real chance, and it might be the lead of FNATIC if there's no massive slip up from their side. The Molotov is holding up Bonkar, who's even being spotted. He just doesn't know what's happening to the side.
Yeah, he's being caught in the crossfire, and he is in a very tough spot. Mystic gets the kill on Drake and a short in the meantime. This is a tough round for Guild.
Yep. Yassine, the only one left with a rifle right here. That Phantom will not be put to use. One after another is being eliminated and eradicated off the server. FNATIC is gravitating towards a victory, but when is it time for Guild to stop? Because the thing about Guild for me is, which I love so much about them, is their strong approach of entering, especially with a guy like Yassine. What you see from him might be sometimes unreasonable. I know you specifically, Lofar, you think sometimes he's unreasonable, I agree, but it doesn't matter because his success rate on unreasonable stuff is good.
And it's unreasonable because no one is expecting that, and this is why it's successful, right? But sometimes there are rounds where they're like, oh, this is not the moment you should be that aggressive. But hey, let's see, because now they are in a pickle. They have to take some risks. There's another Hunter's Fury being used by Derka. He gets
good info.
Oh, he gets.
Yeah. What?
No, wait, no, that didn't happen. Save good kill on Doma. 2 orbital strikes being used at the same time. One backside, the other one on the plant itself. Everyone is just flashed. What just happened?
Yeah, it's a lot of craziness coming down, and Mystic says, don't get in my way. It's my world. Or more likely, welcome to my world. That's the right voice line. Guild has a counter to that. Initiated. And here comes
thing
That
is,
Killjoy lockdown.
they can go for the Viper ult and destroy that ultimate without even looking at it. But
Oh,
they
no.
opt
There's
on a
Yassine.
different solution, and Yassine gets a double kill on A short. What a setup from Guild.
Macman won't stand a chance. Back to the tie it is. A great usage of the Viper ult in the beginning. Turned around. The tables in favor of Guild, as you know, that was the exact time when you needed your lockdown. That is a great ability. You can take the ground where the toxin has been spread all over the site, but if those players can't even be in that tiny room anymore, then you don't have a problem. And this is where they had to make a difference. This is where they started to see the chaos descend on their side. The flank is what made the change, and this is what caused the problem for FNATIC.
Yeah, and also the fact that I was really surprised that Durka didn't get a kill with that Hunter's Fury. That was pretty awkward, right? I was certain that he actually got it because he had one hit, and then the second one was so close. I'm actually not sure what happened there. But so in this round we have seen 4 ultimates, Viper Pit, 2 orbital strikes, a Hunter's Fury, 5, and a lockdown. 5 ultimates were used in this round. It was absolutely nuts, and this is why the round was so chaotic at the same time, because everyone was just trying to secure a safe position because of so much utility being used on the A side. But it was successful for Guild. That flank gave them the win. So we are seeing with the big double kill when the people are trying to escape the lockdown. But now Durka gives a lot of space for Doma to get onto site. He's...
Oh, and he just even moves further. I would be worried that his barrel might be seen, but he's taken lamps from behind. Crazy amount of room he has gained, and surely not on the radar of Guild at the moment. It's still the spike net down, and poor Boaster might have a problem. Here comes the ult. Derek's out, but Boaster knows how to counter. Still, Doma couldn't do much about it. He sees all those heads, can't decide who to pick, and only Mystic with a chance. Surely not the easiest task ahead of him. And, well, ends just immediately. Double digits. Guild are on it.
This round actually looked very promising for Fnatic. The only problem was there's Yassine. There's Yassine with the showstopper, and the moment that spike was trying to be planted, Yassine just went in with the double satchel, stopped the plant, and everything fell apart. That was the moment where Fnatic wanted to just ensure that their position was correct for the planter to be like safe from being in a crossfire, but they cannot really do anything about the showstopper. And when the plant is delayed like this, then you're in an awkward spot because all the angles that you're taking are only to secure the plant, and then you just want to fall back. And now Safe, the Killjoy with the operator. That's the theme of the day. First Yampi, now Safe. This is like the second map he's playing like that. He's nuts on that operator.
Oh, the timing is unfortunate though. Boaster knows when to peek which angles, and he was taking all that room. Here is the game changer in form of Yassine. He's the one who's constantly able to turn around those rounds, and a big flank coming in from 2 sides. They strike. Though Dirk knows how to deny one of them. Do they have Draken on the radar as well? Because this is usually the position where you expect Viper to hang out. Oh, but they find Draken in the meantime. Magnum is still going to be killed. Bonkart and Yassine need to turn it around if they want number 11. It's not going to be that easy. And knock knock, who's there? It's Boaster. No chance for you, Bonkart. The IGLs keep on fighting, and Boaster eliminates his counterpart. The double digits are back on the scoreline for Fnatic. Back and forth. That's the motto here.
You know, in a situation like this, just push her. Duh. You know? It's pretty easy. Oh, body block. That's the easiest one.
Twitch chat is loving you for that one.
Push her. I'm sure there's a big spam going now with the tweets, you know. But I'm happy that I helped create a meme.
You did.
Or a copy paste.
I think it's one of the first big Valorant copy passes.
It's similar to the 1 to 5 bullets clearly missed in the different
yeah. I know. It's a very good one. Well, a man who's very capable of body blocking the snake bite. That is a Boaster. He proved it a few times in the past, but you've seen once more his strength through the connector is diminishing Fnatic's ability. Yeah, he was just pushing through. He was going directly through and wanted to get the players off guard.
This man is just, you cannot predict that stuff will happen. Like, this is something that you see in ranked play, and it shouldn't work on a tournament level, right? Because everyone is prepared for that. But he just does it and gets a double kill. He gets away with murder. It's insane. This Yassine guy, you know, it's just...
Who is he?
Madman. Madman, I'm telling you. Oh,
Yeah.
Dirk is being spotted. Oh, he's in a really awkward spot.
Right.
3 full charges of a Recon Bolt tanked. You know exactly where he is. Bolster died in hookah. Oh,
What a nasty flash. It was dodging over the container. Durka was known. Is still capitalizing on it, and
No
Mystic
way.
does the same. They have to find the spike, though, and Yassine is the happy owner of that explosive little triangle. Keeps it, and we'll just wait. You can come
30
at me,
seconds
FNATIC.
left.
I don't need to visit you. But Mystic keeps on striking. It is not impossible. Safe with the operator needs to be the next thing eliminated. That ain't happening. Durka with 40 points of health. I do have my doubt that this is gonna work. Left-hand side, Yassine awaits him. No chance. The triple is on the Swede.
he wasn't prepared for the off angle. Like his crosser placement was on the wall, so he wanted to wide swing into the left hand angle, and then wide swing into that, so to be prepared with the crosser placement. And unfortunately for him, Yassine was holding an off angle, and
Right.
because of that he had the first contact. But I have to say, like, Yassine opened up with a double kill, but then the duo Durka and Mystic suddenly turned it around. That was a possibility that this could have actually been a round for Fnatic. It was such a back and forth. And now the teams, still decent equipment from both of them. A little bit awkward equipment on Mystic and on Bonker. But otherwise, everyone has some rifles or an operator in case of save. And this is an important round. The Viper wall divides lamps. This is why we don't see a singular player playing in lamps right now. Draken goes with the drone and tries to get as much information as possible. He didn't spot anyone.
Nope.
So this is crucial. This will trigger the rotations that you can see. Draken is now in this spawn, but he came back. So good call from him.
Yeah, the thing is that I'm just waiting. Mr. Whiffin, how unfortunate. The thing I'm just waiting for is that they force the ult out of Draken, which gives them a lot more safety. And the two ultimates that are ready for Fnatic, they're insane. They're really strong. It's once Mystic with his Viper ult. Welcome to her world. And then also Boaster, who could definitely make a change in this. But there it is.
seconds left.
First of all, it's Phoenix who wants to take a lot of room. Leo is in his ult, but is not going to find the thing. Here's the Hellfire.
Oh, that ultimate missed.
Slightly, just milliseconds or millimeters. That's the right way. But Boaster's gonna put it down anyway, and here comes the ult. They're all tagged. 2 or 3 players have now been tagged. Leo's trying to capitalize on it. Doma falls, 10 seconds, and here's the world of Viper. It's full of toxic and full of disgust, but they still didn't plan it.
Did he
They
get
gotta
it?
bring it now. Yes, he did.
He got it,
It's
he got
gonna
it.
be enough. It's gonna be enough. Few seconds that could have made the difference. And Drake, poor Dirk, no idea how he come up with that one, still has his ult ready, which now brings them another safety net. Goodness
What a
gracious,
round.
the chaos.
The chaos, you can't describe what was just happening. No one, I can absolutely guarantee you that no one heard a single footstep this round. It was just so much happening. Look at this. 2 people were being tagged. The Hunter's Fury inside of the Viper's Pit. Leo just pushed in, full blast, no stop, went for the Viper's Pit. Bonker just jumped into the plant, tried to stop the plant and tried to secure the round. It was mental. Like, the amount of utility, the amount of chaos that ensued covered the entire footsteps. This is why we have seen Leo and Bonker just being so confident into trying to win the round by just delaying the plant. But now there's a problem. There's a problem because Fnatic is at 11 rounds, and it seems like they're in for the 12th. Guild has a really awkward buy.
Yeah.
There's only 2 frenzies, 2 sheriffs. Draken bought some other weapons for other teammates. He's sitting at 3k, so most likely they're gonna save for an operator for the final round, if in case the overtime happens.
Ooh. Very unusual fail by Doma as he tried to get on the ledge of that wall. But let's see if we're gonna get it thrifty. Because the crazy part for me here is the amount of ults yet again that we see on Fnatic. Dirk with an insanely strong one. Magnum, this is one of the favorite ults of their coach Mini, as it gives you so much information, so much room, and so much ability to work with. And then there's Doma. I think I don't really need to introduce his ult here.
Well, they just all play default. And Doma might actually be caught off guard, but Mystic has the other angle. Durka turns around, but Mystic gets the kill. There's the contact. Doma gets the second kill and opens up the entire B side.
And now they just need one individual who gets the information about what's happening over on Hookah. There he goes. Magnum starts to strike. No big worries coming in. Still Safe, who's fairly close. I'm not sure that he's going to have that on the radar, but still Boaster's capitalizing on it. The 12th one should be on board. There's no universe where I see FNATIC fail, as they have every single angle a little too early from Boaster. And here, duel of the IGLs continue. Okay.
The thing is, it doesn't really matter if he saves that weapon or not. They had enough utility, sorry, they had enough cash for a full buy for the last round of this map if it doesn't go to the overtime. And then if it goes to overtime, it doesn't really matter. And now Drake, as you can see, bought that operator, small shields, on the one shock dart, doesn't really matter that much. But in general, everyone is prepared for this round. And let's take a look at the utility when it comes to the ultimates. Durka, Hunter's Fury. Magnum, this might be the MVP. Magnum, if he opens up the round by getting info for Doma to get the kill, basically from the showstopper, alright, this is gonna be nuts. This is the combo that I'm looking forward to in this round. And on the other hand, we have Safe with the lockdown, which allows them to play retake on B or retake on A, but most likely on that B side.
Right. And FNATIC, a team that was not that present in stage 1. An org that is known for a lot of trophies in their cabinet, now need to look for their path towards Reykjavik. Because it's about time that this team, surrounded by their IGL Boaster, is finding the success they have been thriving. The team has been developing in a massive and rapid fashion. And if this rapid increase of skill can now be turned into a victory, a close one against Skilled, we're gonna find out. Magnum is gonna send the Seekers in, and all the information's gonna come their way. Draken's out, more's coming. That's crucial from Yassine, but it's just one frag. Still, Doma is tacked up massively. It's not gonna be that easy, and you know, there's someone else who can open up the party. No, it's Yassine finding Doma. That one's ending in the bin, as there's no ult left. It's gonna become problematic. Still, there is Durka who could make a difference. The Killjoy ult is gonna come in as well and saves eliminating Boaster. This is screaming for an overtime. It is screaming for an overtime, but Durka could run away. The man who has his ult, 7 bullets in the mag, and Save starts nothing. He's gonna push him, and he's gonna find him. Guilds are back in this game. They want to fight, they want to play, and they want that overtime.
What a round! It was such a chaotic round as well. Like we have seen the Sky Flash, or was that Phoenix Flash? I'm actually not certain. They had both the same indicator in this case. But we have seen Doma being flashed for such a long time, and he woke up with only 18 points of health, so he wanted to use the showstopper, but then that was heard by Yassine. He used his nade perfectly. Pain shows landed exactly in the spot where it was needed to counter that showstopper even from showing up on the map right now. So also have to mention that play by Turka to use the Hunter's Fury to basically kinda push away, get his opponent to push him on Garden. That was really 200 IQ play, but he lost that duel. But that could have made the entire match. That one bullet could have ended Guild's just chances of even making a comeback here. But now we're in the overtime. It's actually nuts how just chaotic this map is, you know, but it's enjoyable. That's for sure.
It is. It absolutely is one hell of a game we're watching. This right here is why we tune into European Valorant. We're watching Guild fight back on, you know, not even their own map pick. They were starting off good. They set the pace pretty properly when they were able to actually make that kind of move and consistently forcing FNATIC into errors again and again and again. Their attack looked strong. Yassine once were playing a crucial role. I love the kind of A-side takes we saw where every single piece of utility, that firewall, for example, that came in, which was not only something that was so crucial for one individual in the form of Leo as Phoenix, the entire team was profiting off that limited vision of their opponent. One of those examples. You can find many in this game, but we're heading back into it. Overtime it is. Overtime we're starting. Let's watch the action between FNATIC and Guild. 2-0 or 1-1. It just matters who's going to get that semi-final slot right here. And that overtime is going to continue any second soon, because those teams are right now just setting themselves up. We saw Boaster, for example, Lofar, really stepping up his game, not only as an IGL, but for example, as an individual player. He's finding frags when needed.
Yeah, he's actually not even frags, but the crucial, like, important frags, the impact frags. The one in the pistol round when he got the 3K, that basically set up the pace for the entire game. So Boaster, hats off to you. You are playing really well in the past matches. Not something that you expect from an IGL, as you said. Now I wanted to touch upon something before we started this round, because of 6 seconds. The question is, on defense, we're gonna see Safe playing an operator. That was a big part of why the rounds on defense were successful for Guild, and that's gonna be the question that we're gonna see after this round. But so far, not a single operator, none on the attack or the defense when FNATIC is on the defense. But look at this. We're gonna have Magnum use his flash to go through the teleport to get a little bit of information from showers. But now there's a lot of noise coming through hookah. FNATIC knows that 2 players in the B window area, but this is a fake. There's no capitalization from Guild. The one satchel here fakes the positioning from Yasin. Now he can be on top of the box. He can just, you know, maybe that was used for a quicker rotation. No one knows.
And if they paid good attention to the previous positioning of Doma, then they know something's off. FNATIC are just so patient at this point in time. They don't aggress too much. They have the slight bit of bathroom control. That's it. Uh-oh. And yeah, that Tasmanian tiger just pretty much vanished. Bullets all over that poor little animal. But they're making the move. They're trying to open the site. They're trying to enter it right now. Boaster is just hoping that he's not being caught by that nano swarm, but he still stays. Turrets out, more to come his way. The poor lad is being thrown around. No chance really for Boaster. And poor Magnum can't strike. It's Guild who are setting the pace. It's Guild who are starting off strong. No survivors on that mainly British side. Doma can perform one miracle. It ain't happening.
Ooh, what an execute. What an execute from Guild. Very nicely done. A lot of utility being used before they started, like, just the flood on the site. So I really liked all the nano swarms being used to clear backside, the pinchers as well. We have seen very important from FNATIC that they actually were holding the angles while being attacked with all the utilities, so they were holding off angles, but unfortunately they just lost the duels. There was a chance of winning this fight, but just Guild with the numbers, they had always been prepared. Even if they lose someone, there's someone to trade. So it was a very tough situation for Guild. But now let's focus on the attack from FNATIC. Safe doesn't play with the operator, so that's the change. Let's see if that will impact his positioning and the amount of pressure that will be on FNATIC on this defense. 3 players from Guild guarding on B. Oh, they got in for 2 players here.
Yeah,
they saw them.
Oh, and they want Leah out of there. Oh, the man's gonna be pushed around, but his molly is still helping him. Oh,
nice save from that molly. Yeah. Both players still standing in their positioning.
And they elevated himself. He elevated himself there. They have a slight advantage. With Dirk and Doma still wandering around, it's gonna be a push from FNATIC. For now, that seemed to go on the A site, but all good old trickerization, it ain't happening. Doma wants that frag on Yasin. Under any circumstance, his counterpart shall be eliminated. It works, and this opens up opportunities. 30 more seconds, though. Time's not your friend here, FNATIC, and you gotta make a move, because otherwise, all the hope and everything they were looking for in this match might just end up on the third map. You don't want to be there when you have a map advantage. Striking, it's not eliminated. Leo strikes with full force. Can they bring the spike down? They should be able to do so. And this leaves it to young Safe, the man who was picked up as the most recent addition of Guild, who's the Sentinel King, the Lurk Meister, now needs to come in and show his prowess in clutches. As vigorous and powerful he gains information, the same way he now needs to make it work in that 1 versus 2. He saved Guild before. He was able to deny any further control for FNATIC and forced them into overtime. Here comes the first fake, and that dart is gone. Still no information gain. Magnum is swinging first. It's eliminated, but Dirk strikes. FNATIC stays alive once more.
You know, just wanted to point out one important thing about this round, and it was crucial for FNATIC's execution here. When they all teleported towards showers, 4 players went that way. Basically, Guild still knew that no one is coming A short or A showers because they had all the equipment from safe set up. There was a turret on the truck that was guarding A short, there was an alarm aboard in showers, but and this is the most important thing, Dirk actually went A short and destroyed the turret before the execute on B was happening, and that allowed FNATIC to gain ground because there was no rotation happening yet from A. So that was the crucial part of these of the moving parts here, the Dirk effect there.
Ooh. And this is a move you usually see quite often in Valorant, where the teleporters in that sense are being used to actually deny any bathrooms control from the attackers, but this time around we hardly saw it during regular playtime. In overtime, it's going to be used by FNATIC, and they capitalize on it. 2 players out. Leo, Yassine, and Bonker. That's a trio you should never underestimate. But here's information gained, because Yassine has already made his move. He has been going through lamps, and it's becoming risky and complicated. It ain't that easy for the side of FNATIC, as Leo hopes to bring it down to 14 for Guild. It won't be that easy, Hillover. There's a lot of problems that might just occur. Magnum gains a good bit of information, knows about player behind the wooden boxes for sure, but Doma low on HP suddenly. Still would have a nade to make a move, and the healing that's so useful is gonna be once more used. Oh, unfortunate timing. Doma gotta do something. The nade is coming his way. They man equalize the situation, and Bostar fails. But as Bostar's still there, the Molly's doing the job. He's denying it longer and longer, and it's all moving over. But there is Mystic to deny you. Smart play, and this brings it. He gotta run. He gotta make the run. Oh, and he got that one. No, it's still working. He's gonna bring it to the ground. Mystic gotta make a move, but he still knows that Bonker could bring it down. Yes, time. That one's Lance, and there's no more snakebite. He can't force him out, and there's the ult. Make a move, Mystic, and he stays on the edge, but no way! Mystic secures number 14, and the orbital strike isn't good enough.
What a round.
Insane.
What a round. The kill through the orbital strike. Mystic with the nice angle. He knew exactly what to do. He just crouched there. He knew which angle will Bonker just peek after using that orbital strike. Well played by everyone here. And unfortunate for Yassine that went through the teleporter without his gun and he didn't check this corner. But look at this.
It was a millisecond that Bonker peeked too early. A millisecond that made the change. As the orbital strike usually is someone as a, you know, flame cloud. You can't see through it. And this is the millisecond that made the difference. He knew where he was, spraying in that direction, and once that orbital strike actually came alive, it didn't make a difference.
Match point for FNATIC.
And they're on it.
FNATIC already on site. So much ground.
Plant the spike.
And look how desperately they're looking for the entry. They want to have this advantage on it, because otherwise they know this will be a 5 versus 5 retake. And Doma is just hoping for a misspeak of save. It ain't happening yet, as his own teammate was throwing in a nade towards safe. What in God's name was that? It cost him nearly his life. He had to make a move. And this is now the spike down. Look how close they are to each other. Bonkar doesn't fail. No whiff on his side. Good job by him. And they will now make a move around the side. Draken is eliminated. Bonkar on 30. Leo on 100. And Guild are close to getting that one still done. But it might be FNATIC who show their mental fortitude. They seemingly do. Bonkar's left alive. Last man standing. But FNATIC are on it. They were struggling. They were shaking. But they're winning. 2-0 for the Big Orange. And this is phenomenal.
What a game. Crazy. There's so many clutch